Good evening from the Channel's newsroom here in London. The main Kurdish-led group have called the surprise US move to pull out of northern Syria as a stab in the back. US troops have begun withdrawing from positions in the north of the country, paving the way for a Turkish operation against Kurdish fighters in the border area. Kurdish-led forces have until now been a key US ally in Syria, where they helped defeat the Islamic State group, but Turkey regards them as terrorists. However, in a series of tweets, President Donald Trump defended the pullout, saying it was time to get out of these ridiculous, endless wars. The death toll in 5 days of clashes between Iraqi police and protesters has risen to over 100, with more than 6,000 people wounded in violence that began on Tuesday. The Interior Ministry said the toll now stood at 104 people killed in violence, but denied that government forces had shot directly at demonstrators. The dead included 8 members of the security forces. The protests posed the biggest security and political challenge for Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi's government since it took power a year ago. Anger stems mainly due to accusations of corruption and high levels of unemployment. Climate change activists have caused chaos in cities around the world as they kicked off a week of demonstrations.
We want it! No! What do we want? Climate justice!
Activists blocked traffic at 2 main squares in Berlin on Monday, kicking off a week of protests intended to force the German government to take more drastic measures to protect the environment. Meanwhile, police forcibly removed climate activists blocking major Amsterdam streets. More than 135 people taking part in protests in London were also arrested. Activists blocked roads, bridges and squares all over London's government district of Westminster to call on politicians to take urgent action to cut carbon emissions. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said he hopes a diplomat's wife who claimed immunity and left the UK after being accused of killing a British teenager in a car crash will return to the country, and he will raise it with the White House if she does not. 19-year-old Harry Dunn was killed in a head-on collision with a woman who had just driven out of the American spy base. Police believe she was on the wrong side of the road during the incident on the 27th of August. Government ministers have called for the American woman to return to the UK to answer questions after she claimed diplomatic immunity and left the country.
I do not think that it can be right to use the process of diplomatic immunity for this type of purpose, and I hope that Anne Sakoulas will come back and will engage properly with the processes of law as they're carried out in this country. If we can't resolve it, then of course I will be raising it myself personally with the White House.
China's state broadcaster and several businesses have cut ties with the Houston Rockets after the team's general manager supported the recent anti-government protests in Hong Kong on Twitter. In a televised statement, state broadcaster CCTV reported on Monday that its sports channel, CCTV Sports, announced it will stop broadcasting Rockets matches in response. Rockets general manager Daryl Morey has since deleted the initial tweet and apologised, saying he did not intend to offend fans in China. However, it appears the damage has been done. Sportswear brand Li Ning and sponsor Shanghai Pudong Development Bank Credit Card Center said they would suspend ties with the Rockets. The NBA side are widely followed in China, partly because they drafted Yao Ming in 2002, who became a star and helped build the NBA's following in China.
Yeah, we apologize. We love China. We love, playing there. I know for both of us individually, we go there, once or twice a year. They show us the most important love. So, we appreciate them as a fan base, and we love everything, they're about, and we appreciate their support that they give us individually and as an organization. So, we love you.
And finally, a new advert aimed at raising mental health awareness has been released, featuring William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Everyone knows that feeling when life gets on top of us.
The advert features TV presenters, actors, politicians and sports stars who've all suffered from mental health issues in the past.
But now, there's a new way to help turn things around.
It's aimed to promote a new digital mental health action plan which shows people how to build simple changes into their daily lives to improve their mental health. In partnership with the NHS, Every Mind Matters is designed to help people manage and maintain their mental health and get help if they're feeling low.
We're in this together.
Come on.
And that's your international news around the world in 5.